Hi! We're back! It's been a month, but we're here, and we're excited to go back to Mars. And my cat is not. He just left. He refused to be part of this. I'm gonna have to go let him out in a second, but really quickly, hi, I'm Jess, this is my channel, thank you so much for being here. We are returning to Dialect, and I think we're diving right into Age 3. Very excited for this. So I was playing Zaire Damon, not at all named after Matt Damon, not at all, definitely not something I would have done.
That's not something any of us would have thought of.
No.
This is a serious game.
We have class here.
Mars.
We are professionals. This is a serious game.
Yes. So, it's definitely not related to that, but anyways, very excited for this. Thanks anyone who's here, who's continuing with us on this journey. We're assuming we're finishing this journey tonight, and that it might not end in tragedy, but I guess we'll... No, absolutely not.
We could decide to bend the rules a bit. But if we don't, well...
Tragedy.
Well, no, let's end this in tragedy. I mean, let's be true to the game.
Yeah, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's do this. Dustin, you're next. Say hi.
Oh, hi. My name is Dusty. I'm playing Beckett Caden, Dr. Beckett Caden, a once young member on Mars and now space dad of all of these people, who recently had, I think the last game we ended with me and the youngest coming to terms with our lives in space, and that was a nice little moment. Anyway, I want everyone in chat to keep the lines open, because this is going to get rough, I think.
Megahn!
Oh, hello! I am Megahn. I am playing Rebexy Cameron, the starry-eyed artist / kind of organizer of a resistance against her wife. It's probably fine. It's probably not, but it'll be good. Maybe there won't be another wife fight, or maybe there will be another wife fight. Who knows? But yes, I am very excited to get back into it now that things are good and properly falling apart.
Perfect. And
Cool.
M.
Hi. I'm Em. I'm playing Harper Cameron, the aforementioned wife. Who, definitely did not side with an AI that is trying to kind of control everyone's lives here on Mars. Everything's fine, and will continue to be fine. I'm definitely not super nervous.
Also, can I just say, never bring a knife to a wife fight. It just makes strife.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm done.
I like just a happy game.
I love it. That's so good. So you said, is there something you have to read for the age transition? Is there flavor text?
Yeah.
And it's happy flavor text about how we're going to have picnics.
Exactly. It's definitely super that. Yeah, so we left off last time after finishing Age 2. So now for entering Age 3, we're going to do another one of those age transition things where we do a little bit of world building while also answering the prompt. So, okay, so if we're all ready to go and break each other's hearts and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Only friends can.
Cool. Okay, so entering Age 3, what was foreshadowed has come to pass. The end of the isolation is near. There is no escaping it. So the prompt for us specifically here in the Outpost here on Mars is, we should have trusted our fears. It failed, and things are at a boil. We hold out hope, perhaps a rescue from Earth or a desperate attempt at repair will pull us from the brink. One by one, though, we're coming to a gut-wrenching discovery. The days of the Outpost are numbered. Who lashes out and Who lashes out and pushes furiously against fate?
Oh boy.
God.
So, what happened with our AI person that, or with the resistance that brings us to the point where something has failed catastrophically?
Oh
I
man.
mean, both?
Like maybe the resistance tried to take out Mai at the source,
That was
and Mai responded by going full hell on everybody.
That was my
So,
first thought,
yeah.
is that the restoration tried to destroy my.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and then Mai's just like, oh, let's kick in the your body fighting antibodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Even
Oh, you guys are now a threat to my existence.
Mm-hmm.
have fun.
By extension, a threat to the entire outpost.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Megan?
Well, I mean, yeah, and Mike can do a bunch of stuff. It's like, oh, I've just decided that from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, there's no gravity here. Like that kind. Mike can do some shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Mike-
sorry, you're misbehaving. I'm taking away the oxygen
Oh my god.
until you behave. Or until
so
you
this is-
comply or something, yeah.
Oh my god. So if this is full catastrophe, how bad did this get to the point where this can't be salvaged? We can't convince Mai to did they manage to damage her to the point where she's actually murder AI?
Did they damage her to the point where she's murder AI, or did
Or did they damage her to the point where she can't sustain everything?
yeah.
Instead of going as a hell route, going to oh, we tried to take out Mai, and oh, also now the Oasis can't function fully, and now the gravity's weird and the oxygen's weird, and
Yeah. And I feel like maybe she has retreated in a form of self-preservation to a really armored section or something that we cannot get to, and from there she's doing a lot less and we can't fiddle with her, or I don't know.
or
It
she
could
needs
be-
a hard reset or something.
Well, yeah, because we took off locks. Well, not we, but we took off protocol locks to let her have more access.
Yeah.
Oh right.
That was a great idea.
Super great decision.
And so if they decided to try and shut her down,
She vented them into space. No.
no, because I like the idea that it's more of
If it's more of an environmental issue, it kind of forces people to try and work together again. I mean, going murder AI would also do that too, but if it's something you have to shut off parts of the colony because it's not properly functioning because our AI is dying, whatever. It's kind of well, we all need to get along and figure this out because we are all going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
well, because remember that the rust bucket, we have to have her control the catalyzer for the power source.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The rust
Because
bucket, which
we
you
can't-
hate calling the rust bucket.
Yes.
You
I
don't
hate
want
it.
us calling us that.
It's the containment catalyzer. God damn it! Because we're using that catalytic conversion to, help power our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bad if we can't keep a maintain on it. And I like the idea that in trying to shut her down, it messed up her connection to the whole system.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's spotty random.
Yeah.
And maybe there was for a short period of time where the colony was segregated, separated, because we couldn't get physically, because she had locked stuff down in one section but didn't have control over another section.
Uh-huh.
And I would imagine that, like, not everyone knows how to interact with my, like, at her base. Like,
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
everyone knows how to do that kind of thing. So it's like, I doubt that people in the restoration are, like, going through and, like, knowing how to disarm an AI or knowing how to, like, hack an AI. Like, they're just going through and, like, pulling wires out.
Yeah, like I
Well,
feel like this is probably not a particularly tactful kind of operation. This is probably like if we can't convince people to shut her down, then we'll just take care of it and they'll find another way.
Yeah.
Like, and there is no other way.
Yeah.
It's like a Bexy style plan.
Mm,
Action and then think later.
Yep.
But like, and it could be that Mai has to spend a lot of her time also keeping the containment catalyzer from like blowing up.
Yeah.
And it's like she retreated main of the processing power because her job is to keep the whole place safe. And so prioritizing wise, she has to focus on that. And now that she doesn't have the reach everywhere, like the main concern is to get that up. And she's very insistent that we, fix it and figure stuff out. I don't know. I like the idea is rather than like full murder AI. It's
yeah.
The thing is, I agree with that. I like with her not going full murder AI. But this has to still be absolutely catastrophic. Like there is no coming back from this. And I'm not sure that we are quite at a point where
then maybe we're losing the containment.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Or could you, or like maybe Mai has like started to like shut off certain areas.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask if slowly the residential areas are like shutting down.
Yeah, and like maybe people are getting stuck in them.
Yeah,
she's not she's prioritizing like the functioning of the base.
Right. She's not being like
people because we need to keep the base alive.
right.
Yeah.
So now maybe we're contained to like one bit of residence and then like the oasis, and that's all that there's there, and everybody that's in the colony is like living in.
Are we already down to just one, or are we slowly processing down from like one to the next to like less to less to less, or?
I wonder if this was like a catastrophic kind of situation where they tried to take out Mai, and by the time her systems came back online, like the only thing that she could think of to do to like keep everything functioning was to like immediately cut off like 2/3 of our residential areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that feels like appropriately oh shit.
Yeah.
While also not being full murder AI. Like she didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
She wanted to kill people. She was like, we need to do.
It wasn't malicious. It was preservation.
Yeah.
And then we get the statistics that she can only keep the containment from breaching for a set amount of time.
Uh,
Yeah, they shut her down. She's not there to make the fine-tune adjustments to the catalytic conversion. When she finally comes online, it's already like bad and fried some stuff, and she's to prioritize processing that. She had to shut off the thing, but then she's like, "No, we've lost. Like, there's subsystems that are gone. Like, there's parts that we can't replace. This is now. You now have a set amount of time before this goes. She can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
She can just try to maintain like that time frame."
I'm just imagining a sad AI voice being like, "I'm trying my best." Like, and I'm like, "Oh, my."
Mai did nothing wrong.
Yeah, it's not her fault. That's why I don't like murder AI. I don't want to be mad at the computer.
Yeah.
Although I do like I do like to think that there are some conversations that Mai is asking us, like, why did you do this? This makes no sense. Why would you threaten your own existence? And like she doesn't want to like let this place go that would kill us all, and she's very confused at why some people would do this. Because that's also heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And now my sentiments seem like I'm the bad guy.
No.
How could I have possibly made a bad decision?
I don't think there's any. Well, I don't
There
think
are
there's any intentional direct bad guys here.
No.
Except, no, I'm kidding.
No, this is a giant I told you so situation from Harper all around. Like,
Yeah.
this is exactly why she was on my side.
No, I'm so joking. I just wanted to.
Oh, man.
I like that though. I do like that. So
Okay,
do we
so
have
I
do we
guess-
have a finalized? Are we at the point where we have a finalized date of when we run out, or are we like counting down days, or is there like a slowly we're witnessing things get like less effective, less efficient, like slowly systems are kind of like slowing down?
I think it's probably a combination of both. I like the idea of us having a final date because that gives a lot of weight to stuff that happens.
Yeah, it would make sense that she would have a final date. Like, this is when I will not be able to manage the containment, and then it's done, and you're all done.
Yeah.
Have a nice day. No, not have a nice day.
Yeah.
Brief aside, we do still have, just in case becomes relevant later, we do still have the original place where, like, the base that is separate from the Oasis, where the original scientists came up.
Yep.
Which I think is probably still functioning because it was separate, but it's not like we can move everyone there.
No, but it's like that, when you have that house, you have that really old garage in the back.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot like that. It's used a lot for storage. Beckett might go out there sometimes just to, get away from it all.
It's like some doomsday prepper shed.
No.
But it's, it's a fixer-upper. Like, it's not solid because we haven't really needed to keep it like up and functioning, but there's probably like storage and old stuff there. But yeah, there is that whole
That's
little.
where they keep opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, feelings. I gotta go lie down.
Sad.
We have to think of an appropriately sad final line for mine now, I guess.
Oh no.
Why? Why? Yeah, you're right.
Okay, cool. So, cool. So I guess, is there anything else we want to establish before we dive into the actual meat of the words? Like factions and all of that stuff? Go ahead.
What was the result people-wise?
That was going to
Like,
be my
what
question too.
happened to the people that went and actually like fucked all of this up?
Oh.
I ask knowing that I was probably one of these people that went and fucked everything up.
God.
Or at least was pro team go fuck everything up.
I mean, I guess do you think Rebexy was part of that team, or did what happened happen as a result of her being vocal, do you think? Or like, did she expect this to happen? Did she purposefully intend for this to happen?
I don't think it had, like, I think that she had wanted something to happen, but this was so much more than she had wanted. Like she had wanted people to just speak out more and like be more vocal about being angry and wanting to change things. Like she didn't expect or want people to like actually put everybody's lives in danger.
Yeah,
So
I think no one wanted that.
I think, you know,
but like I think
you spend a lot of time in some place and you forget that you're living in a terrarium and you shouldn't break the glass.
yeah. So
And I think things got so heated between people that actions went first before thoughts, and then it was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, I think she was a pot stirrer for sure leading up to like the attack itself, but I don't think that she was part of it.
Yeah.
And I don't think we definitely didn't like capital punishment anything or anything like that. That's not like us. But I think they're
I do think I think something probably happened to Harper during that attack because she was kind of right there and would not have let people do this.
That's a very good
Which
point.
could be related to whatever like happened after that. Yeah. Because we're not capital punishment type people. I think it may have been the sort of thing where like we as much as we don't really have like a police force or anything like that, but as much as we could have done this thing, I think we may have, put them in a certain, section. Like, all right, well, we need to figure out how to deal with this.
Right.
But first we need to get our AI back online. Then AI comes back online. Suddenly, crisis. And I think, it would be interesting if those people happened to be in the block that was saved, that was not, cut off by the AI, by my.
Oh wait, were people?
Well, because wasn't that what we were saying? Like, if she just cut off all support to the residential units, that means like power, that means oxygen, that means everything.
But the way you just said it, were you saying that like some people were actively in them and died when it happened?
How else are we going to?
I was thinking that's what happened too.
I didn't realize. Yeah, no, I thought like it was like a power down and people had time to transition over, but a bunch of people died. Okay, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to like X card that, we totally can have it different, but
I mean, I think there were survivors from that.
Well, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that can get to suits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As the power shutting down, but we lost.
But yeah, I think it was less of like you have an hour to get out and more of like this is going down in 30 seconds type of.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have, in the dramatic movie version of this, we have like people like like sliding under doors that are closed with the flashing red lights.
Yeah, I can see it now that you're like putting it that way. Okay. Yep, I gotcha.
So we're coming fresh off of that too, like knowing we lost.
And everyone that was doing the shutting down of my
survived.
Like are safe.
Ah.
Yeah. So
okay.
they all survived, and some other people. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just see like we put them off for a little bit in a separate containment while the scientists got my back on, and then when we realized what was happening, like there was probably like this big meeting where we like, look, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not a matter.
What they did was wrong, but we all need to work. And like just the fact that their punishment is they let people die, and they need to get past that because we all need to. I think Beckett probably did the terrarium analogy sort of thing in a much better scientific.
Beckett absolutely made a speech.
Oh no, yeah, he's the main, like, he doesn't want to. He didn't want all this responsibility. He's a scientist. He just wanted to sit in his little thing and do his little thing. But yeah, he definitely got up and he gave like this big speech, made the terrarium thing, like made it clear that these people are going to suffer for whatever much time we have left, knowing that they let people die. But we can't afford to even think about that anymore. We need to figure out if we can make it past this.
Yeah, like at this point, it's not if, it's when.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, what's the general feel? Like, are there people that are currently, like, is it, like, overly chill? Like, people are just, like, fully accepted? Are there some people, like, freaking out? Are there, like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's...
Probably a mix.
Yeah, there's going to be, because there's a mix of types. Any of the spacefaring astronaut-y people are probably fairly calm, because we've lived with, we can die at any time. This is space.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
You get pretty much dead to that after a while. As many years as like Beckett's been doing it, he always knows, like, the minute he puts on a suit and steps outside, even when he probably has those like flashes of like he's just sitting there eating his food and just every once in a while just thinks of, oh, you know, if this went wrong and this went wrong, this is how I would die today. Like, you know, just the analytic mind, you know.
It's the civilians who are probably like, who came like thinking that this was going to be like a chance for a new life.
Mm-hmm. And instead it's been a horror show.
Yeah, you know, you grow up listening to the wonders of living in space, but no one talks about the horrors of living in space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of...
pretty much everyone has, like, a task and everyone is working on it nonstop at this point, because we're kind of just at that...
Yeah, it's maintenance mode. Like, and a lot of people are probably working just to keep their mind off of the fact that...
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's probably a lot of eating of feelings, you know, just...
We don't need this anymore.
Well, no, just like people like not like focusing so much on work that they're not processing some of this. So we probably have a group of people that aren't emotionally processing this, and we're probably like whatever counselors we have left and stuff like that are probably like, yeah, there's a lot of hidden tension under a mask of like calm. We're working, you know that fake positivity.
Yeah.
But that forced positivity to just try and keep the surface, but underneath the surface, it's...
Yeah.
It can explode at any time.
Yeah. And also, like, we're, like, at the beginning of the countdown to the end date. So, like, we'll see what happens as we get closer.
Yeah, because there's still a lot of, like, oh, we could make it out of this, sure.
Yeah.
Scientists have saved us before.
Oh, definitely. There's so much pressure on the scientists right now.
Yay. Okay.
Come on, Biscuit.
I can already feel the ulcer starting.
Okay, so one last thing before we dive into the game. I think it would be cool if we like did like a kind of a movie shot version of like what each one of our characters was doing, like when the sirens went off for like my coming back online and shutting shit down. Because just to like figure out like a good starting point. Or maybe even after that, maybe just like where we all are at like the start of like what we're doing now, this third age.
I mean, I have an idea of where I want Bucket to be. Oh,
I was gonna say a thing, but you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go first. You raised your hand before.
I was gonna say that Zyre wasn't inside. Zyre was outside in a suit. I said it first. It's mine.
I was gonna say we both were out.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense.
I was gonna be like, hey Jess, I have an idea. Do you want to play with me on this idea?
We were out for sure, and we like heard, like there was probably like the alert came through, because we did like, weren't we saying that there was somewhat limited communication, and that was one of the reasons in one of the last scenes you and I did. We were literally like
putting up we've been putting out arrays. So I think we were on our way back.
Yep.
And so I was also thinking that maybe we helped some people get out of the shut off stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like we're walking back, I see everything happening. I see half of the thing go dark, and I literally tell you to run and come with me. And we at least managed to like get some people. But yeah, I thought that we were both outside doing.
We were definitely both outside. So did we have like extra suits on us, or does our cart have like so we could get people into the cart and we walked alongside the cart in our suits, or like,
well,
you know what I mean?
Or we managed to get maybe like from the access panels outside. I think we probably had like a couple extra suits in the rover.
Yeah.
And we could help some people, but we probably were able to like get some functionality in like airlocks in between sections and stuff like that to get people.
Yeah, because it's the sort of thing where like the only way to like manually stop that is outside, and luckily like we were outside.
I think we MacGyvered.
Yeah.
You know, a couple sections
between our old man brain and young person brain.
Yeah.
We MacGyvered that shit.
But we didn't save a lot.
No.
It's a small number, but we tried.
You know what my concern is? That we had to choose.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that thought, but I think it might have happened.
There might have been one of those wonderful trope moments where you're like, and I have to be like, no. Like you're all like,
I'm like, we can save everyone, and you're like, no.
And I'm like, we can't. And like, I have to lay it out like mathematically for you, and like, we don't have that kind of time.
Because Zyra is definitely more optimistic.
Yeah.
Yup.
And I'm like, yeah.
Yup. That happened. That sucks.
I'm sorry, Space Daughter.
Yep, that happened. So, yep, that's what we did.
I'm really sad.
I know. This is. Sorry.
We said we wanted to lead into the drama.
We learned it. Yeah, nope. I mean, I love it. I'm sad, but I'm happy that I'm sad. Gaming is such a fun, weird mix of emotions.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's great.
It's a really fun game.
It's a super fun game.
Super fun.
I think what Rebexia is doing completely depends on what Heart. So if you wanted to do like if Harper got like injured or something in the attack, like Rebexia would be with Harper.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The thought that I had was so Harper probably had a what the hell are you guys doing in here moment, and I think she just got like clocked on the head, and then I think the shot for Harper for this is just her waking up in an infirmary bed, like going like, what happened? And then we see like the lights flashing.
Right. And I think Rebexia's like sitting next to her, just like holding her hand. And then
this is fine. This is fine.
Yep, we're good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Happy game.
All right.
This third age is gonna be the best age.
Oh yeah, very important thing we still need to establish. How long do we have? What is our deadline according to?
66 days.
You think we have that many? We have 2 whole months?
I was gonna say 46 was what popped into my head.
46 is a good number. I like 46.
All right.
I just had 6. 6 came in. 46 is good.
Little over a month.
But yeah, that gives us enough time to. That's like enough time to give people hope.
Yep.
While still
I feel like
being
if it was like a month, that just seems like too short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have nearly over a month.
Okay. So we're starting out the age like maybe we can still fix this. There are a couple people who like know that we can't fix this. Looking at you, Science Dad.
Oh, Beckett. Oh, my sweet science dad.
So in this age, do we all get to do 1 round of cards or 2 rounds of cards, or like how?
Just one. It works the same as the other ones. So we're gonna do 1 more round of cards, and then we enter the legacy phase, where we get to do 1 more answer to one of these age transition questions, which should be significantly like shorter because we don't have to set up an entire age after it. And then there'll be 1 more round of cards we all take where we basically narrate a short epilogue for our character.
Oh boy.
But yeah, this is our last like world building word building phase. So let's have a happy game, everybody. Fun times.
Yeah.
Am I going first?
I think we've been kind of doing like whoever has one that they want to do can go
That's
first.
true.
Anna, absolutely.
Do we need to evolve?
Oh yes, we do. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot that again. We should evolve one of our aspects. I feel like it's probably the Oasis and Maya again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a question. Do we even still have access to the Oasis? Like all of it? Is the Oasis entirely still functional? Did we just lose our residential areas?
I feel like if we don't have the Oasis, we have a lot fewer days.
Yeah.
Oh, what if we don't have the Oasis, but we do have the original, like the mini Oasis, like the proto Oasis?
Well, yeah, because that was the beginning, and we added on to that.
So maybe we like.
Well, so
translated stuff to the.
Well, so like the Oasis is a living thing, right? 46 days is enough to live off of a dying thing. Like
That's true.
Like the Oasis is dead.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I like
Everything's
that.
still like growing.
Yeah.
Like stuff that's left over is growing.
Okay.
But like there's no more water feed to it. There's no like we have to salvage what we can from the Oasis to. I don't know if that
The proto Oasis.
Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, because
I think we can manage.
I think from exploding.
And we can probably jury rig the proto Oasis, but it's not enough to last us.
It's like we have like drinking water, kind of.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a cascade failure. There's a great scene in season 2 of The Expanse where they literally talk about the filter plants are the first thing to start dying, and the guy is a botanist, and he's like, "Yeah, this colony is on borrowed time. Like it's already failing. Like there's nothing we can do to save it. It's past its." I think that's what That's what's happening.
Fun.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because we discussed how in our different oases, Oasi, I don't know. Like we literally were moving up in life forms, and so the other one had started to have some simple fish and simple birds and stuff like this, but this would be moving backwards from that to no other life, and it would be a lot more quiet than what we were used to. Like there's nothing else in it.
Oh yeah.
So
and
like
you have to go to it. Like I imagine like you need to like suit up and go there.
Yeah, like I think man, yeah, like the things that kept the radiation from being dangerous in there are no longer functioning.
But it doesn't really matter.
But yeah,
it doesn't matter. Everything's dying.
Doesn't really matter if you're irradiated if you're only living for another 46 days anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
corpse is a corpse.
Yeah, quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just wanted
we don't
to
have time for that
last time. Oh boy.
It's good.
Cool.
So yeah, maybe this like we evolve it till it's like Oasis 1.0. Like we've gone backwards.
Yep.
To like
Yeah. Oh yeah, just back to Oasis.
Yeah.
Or is it Is there like another term? Are people still calling it the Oasis, or have people like developed a different name for it now?
Oh
like
no.
Like a purgatory-esque type.
Yeah, were we already?
like, oh, maybe Eden because it was lost or whatever.
Oh boy,
God.
we definitely already had something like that.
I
Trying
feel like
to.
we did, yeah. Oh yeah, it was called, like,
Eden
something.
Eden was the little, we called Eden
Yeah.
the first colony where
That's true.
Beckett was a young kid.
Yeah. No, you're right. Paradise Lost, something.
But I was trying to think, like, trying to go back into my Bible brain.
Hey, Bible brain.
Well, yeah, because like they traveled in the desert for 40 years. I'm trying to think of where they were trying to go. I think it was just the Promised Land. I don't think it had a name. So I was like, that would be kind of like.
I mean, the Promised Land is interesting because that's the reason everyone came here is because it was, you know, supposed to be where they could, you know, live in peace and harmony after Earth died.
Now it's.
Yeah.
But it was unreachable. It was a dream that couldn't come true.
Yeah, because in the same manner of thinking, I was thinking like the Ark, in that it was supposed to, like, you're supposed to be surviving this
Right.
flood that murdered everything else in existence, but you survived, but not really. So,
You just got you just got a year-ish of good stuff.
yeah. It was good times had by few.
Okay. So are we going with the Promised Land for our evolved aspect?
Works for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Only because I can't think of anything.
Yeah, because I was still trying
yeah.
to think of something else along the lines of purgatory, because I did like the, but I can't think of what.
Yeah.
Like something
Oasis
about like
Mirage, like kind of
Or-
related to the Oasis thing.
something about being stagnant.
It's okay. The the other one is fine. I don't dislike Mirage because I do like the idea that it looked good, and really it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it's
Other than the thing that just popped into my head,
what.
the Wastus.
Gosh.
Cause yeah, I just feel like it's real bad. It's really, really bad.
Okay, so then just in the interest of time,
Yeah.
Mirage then?
Yeah,
Yeah. that's
Okay.
good.
that's good.
All right. Someone wants to put that in a card and stick it in our.
Oh man, I had a better. Never mind.
Is it language item? Is it like one of these? Copy. Is it one of these ones, or can I not?
think it matters that much.
Can I not adjust the words?
No.
Yeah, and this one will go
Oh,
in
I see it.
and it'll go in the middle.
Then I will just make it whittler. Does it matter where it goes?
In the middle.
In the
Or
middle.
H.
Oh, because we're in H3. My bad. Thank you. This is great. I mean, I like the H3 one I got for me. I don't know if it works, but I
Well,
don't.
I have one that I think.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. So
'Cause I don't.
it's fracture.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
A group defines itself by not using one of your words.
Oh.
Make a connection, pick a previously defined word, explain why a group has stopped using this word. skip the build a word phase. In the conversation, explore the fracture.
Rifts made permanent. That's not ominous at
Is
all.
that the bottom of that? Okay.
Which ones are our words?
The little guys.
Yeah.
So restoration.
Rust
I
bucket,
think they-
obus.
I think
Keep the
was
line
keep
open.
the line open
Yeah.
one of our words. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
are you gonna take keep the
think-
line open away? How could you do that,
That's
Dustin?
our first one.
Well, just one.
No, it's just a group of people don't use that anymore
Uh-huh.
because it is a very optimistic thing, and I think that there's a group of people who have like snapped in that we're not gonna live, and like they don't use that. They don't say, you know, that's normally our saying. It's been our saying, like at the end of our Harper and I's like daily like good morning, and our Harper does like a good morning announcement. Dr. Beckett, Kate, I don't know why I said his whole name, but Beckett does like a good night announcement, and Harper always starts it with keep the line open. Beckett always ends his with keep the lines open. Like, just like, even if they don't believe it, it's morale. Like,
Yeah.
like Beckett summarizes the successes of the day at the end and like keep the lines open, and there's a group of people who like, and we've been saying it to each other, especially because we know, you know, and there's a group of people that just refuse. They don't say it in response. They don't use it. Maybe they even like graffiti that with like a scratch through it. Like
a scratch, and then there's like a spray like "Don't bother" or something like that. Like some like when you see graffiti and it's like got small commentary on it
Well,
almost.
just
or,
even like people, we've probably been putting that up, like, you know, like home sweet home sort of sign, like keep the lines open, just as like morale boost, and someone has just like marked like a line through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably been stenciled on the thing, you know, it's just on above doorways and things like that,
Yeah.
and people are just like painting over it or scratching it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's a question. Has Rebexy been doing more of her propaganda art type stuff to like support the keep the line open thing, or
Probably she's grotesquely optimistic. So she's probably trying to like keep morale up. I don't know if she buys into any of it. But I think that
okay.
probably just like here and there. Like if people are like vandalizing stuff, like she's probably trying to like fix it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Man. Oh, people. So
Yeah,
what we're doing for this.
Make a connection. I don't know. I don't remember all that stuff, but so I picked the word. They've stopped using it because they don't believe.
Okay, so scene.
In the conversation, riffs made permanent.
So what can we do with our 4 characters here? Has one of us stopped using the phrase?
Oh, has one of us stopped using the phrase?
Oh, I just had a really sad idea.
Okay, go with it.
I was like, what if Zyre stopped using it? Because they
Oh,
had
no!
to watch all of those people die.
Oh, I wanted to still be optimistic, but you're probably right. I literally just watched all those people die, and I had to get told that we couldn't save them all, and...
You're like,
Oh, Beckett loves you.
so maybe this is like a Beckett Zyre.
Oh, no!
Oh, what if it's like you're with me recounting, you know, we're doing our normal report at the end, and I'm finishing up my speech, to like just my pep talk, and like, look, we've done this today, and like I'm like doing this through forced optimism just because I've had all this thrust upon me. And it's like my last line, of the night is,
You're doing an announcement?
yeah, I'm finishing up my announcement. You're with me because you're like you have the checklist and we're doing it, and I just end it with, keep the lines open. Maybe you like engage me in conversation after that, or
Like literally, you finish your you finish your speech.
Snort.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. You like finish your speech and turn off the announcement broadcasting system. Ugh, I feel so bad. And Sire's like, why bother?
what?
What's the point? That was for when we had a chance. Now we don't anymore.
We have to keep it going.
Why? It's not even relevant anymore. It doesn't make sense. No one's coming, nothing's gonna happen. There's nothing we can do. Mai's already told us we're done. That's it.
Except we don't know. I don't care. Look. We have to say it because these people need to hear it. Do you think I don't struggle with not believing that that word has no meaning anymore? But it does have meaning to me. Because as much as space and all of this can kill us at any point, we have come back from things like this. Apollo 11.
Your old things don't apply here, and they don't apply now, and you're just lying to those people because you know that there's no point. We're done. It's done.
Until the day we're done, there's always a chance. And I'm not going to stop that, no matter how much I know that there might not be. Keeping the lines open is what keeps us moving forward until the end. And if it's the end, I'd rather go out knowing that I helped everyone get through this in some kind of peace of mind. I'm
You're
sorry.
not helping. This doesn't help. And there's no point. And you should stop bothering. And Zyre leaves.
And I think and you see Beckett take off his glasses and like hold them in his hands, kind of like, just like this, and he snaps them. And he spends a few minutes crying at his desk. And he just sort of looks at the door that you walked through, and he just sort of says, I'll keep your line open too. I love my space dad.
Oh god, my heart.
My entire heart.
Oh, it's the top of the hour. Let's take a quick break to cry.
Yeah. Every hour on the hour until this game is over.
We're gonna cry. Everybody cry.
Dialect is a fun, happy game.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
I really wanted to still be a positive influence, but there's no way at this point based on what happened.
I just love how our relationship has gone through this ringer.
I don't know, because I
love my beaten and broken down space dad so much.
Your
card.
I really want to use my H3 card, and I don't think I can, and it makes me really upset.
Yeah,
Well-
I don't really like mine either.
I mean, you have a very ironic card, Jess.
I know.
Because I see it showing up on stream.
Oh,
What?
hmm.
What's yours, Jet? I can't see it.
It's symbol of hope.
Oh
That could,
God.
depending on what happens to the other cards, that could be a really cool final.
Yeah, I think it
Okay,
would
so
be,
let's
yeah.
let's leave it
I
for
think
now
it's-
and see if it makes sense later.
Yeah.
Man.
Mine just doesn't really fit.
What's yours?
Mine is. I'll play it because if it doesn't work, I'll draw another one.
Sure.
But mine is what we bring in. So it's about like something
Oh,
like affecting the isolation, but that doesn't really make sense because there's
yeah, we don't have outsiders, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw a new one because that one doesn't apply.
That's what I thought. Draw things. I want it. Yeah. All right.
Better?
This one's better. I don't know what role Rebexy would have in it, but we can talk it out. Survival.
Whoo.
Using this word dims our chances for survival. Using it has dire consequences. Play on a previously defined word. Explain why using it makes survival difficult. In the conversation, explore the concession made for survival and tear up the word.
See, I feel like that one is also very
Yeah.
outsider dependent.
Yeah.
Because we're
Yeah.
not like an underground society or anything.
Right.
We're an isolated colony.
Try again. If anybody else has one that could be, or I don't know. What you
I have one. I'm not really sure that there's much point in it existing.
This one also doesn't work. I'm just gonna keep.
I mean,
going.
you can also use ones from age 1 or 2, just as an FYI. Oh no!
Yeah, this one and then.
Oh no!
Oh God.
Okay, look, it feels the card.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, well, that's good.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, that could be. Oh, there's so many ways that could just. Oh, this game hurts so much.
Okay, mine, so here's the one that I have for age 3, and this is one of the ones where I also feel is intended to be in a situation where outsiders exist, because it involves changing the meaning of a word, and I don't think we have any words that would make sense in this case to change the meaning.
Right.
Yeah.
And my age 2 and age 1 ones don't make a ton of sense either.
Yeah, my age one, I had my age one that I have left is happiness.
Don't need that.
Ain't no space for that anymore. We closed off that aspect of the colony already.
Oh,
I-
does that? I wish I could give this age 1 card. I have a really good age 1 card for all this. Oh, sad.
I mean, promise is.
Yeah,
That's right, we
promise
do have
is good
45
though.
minutes until our next crying break, so like maybe we should like space this out a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, let's talk about promise. Darling wife of mine.
Hang on, let me find a card that doesn't suck so I can see if I have something in between crying breaks to give us.
Okay.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure if it's great though.
Gonna move promise over here.
Decree? With the prompt standing up? Because this feels like a dramatic speech.
It does feel like a dramatic speech.
I mean, if anyone were to do it, it would make sense for Harper, wouldn't it? To have a decree of like where we're at, what we have to do at this point, or.
I guess.
But if you don't have anything, if you don't.
With, I guess with the scene prompt standing up, like there's not something we're fighting against at this point. We're all
Right. We're just fighting our time.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep looking.
Keep going.
Come on, game, work with me.
What are rules? We need maximum impact.
Oh no! What do you mean you ran out of cards? You did not run out of cards.
Come on, game.
Come on, game. Ah, won't let me deal myself a card. All right, let me see what happens if I just draw it. Oh no, we are legitimately out of cards.
Oh crap.
Shoot. Okay.
What was that card you had, Dusty?
Yeah, what was that card you had?
Sadness.
Oh.
God.
A particular weariness and strife mark many days in the isolation. I'll just drag it on the thing. I don't know why I'm reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems.
You can still read
I
it.
mean,
So.
it seems.
Oh, that's a good card.
Yeah, what we need a word to describe how we feel in the hardest times. This is what we reach to. Sadness
Oh.
company.
Oh, that's a really good card.
Yeah, it's really good. I didn't want it to go to waste
Oh,
sitting over in my
boy.
deck.
Yeah. I
You wanna
also.
Sadness and then promise, or do you want to do promise and then sadness?
Oh boy.
That's a...
I mean, I think sadness then promise probably makes the most sense in the sense that we kind of want to like leave this on like a, you know, like, because right now we're doing like bad thing, then slightly less bad thing than symbol of hope, which feels really nice.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
And then symbol of hope? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get sad, guys.
Oh boy.
I win.
Okay.
Okay, so sadness seeks company. This is interesting because you know what we haven't seen? We haven't seen Harper and Zyra interact, and I think those two are probably the most
Oh, that's
like,
yeah.
on like despair mode right now. Harper's not letting it show on her announcements, but like, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen them interact. I'd like to see that. Yeah.
I would like to see that.
Yeah. Okay. So for the word, a particular weariness and strife mark many days in isolation. When we need a word to describe how we feel in the hardest times, this is what we reach to. Oh my god, what would that be?
There's something like space.
I know. I was trying to think of something space related to like.
Vacuum is what popped into my head.
What was yours?
Vacuum?
Like
devoid of.
yeah, like void, vacuum.
Yeah, like something.
We already have the gray. Like there's the black or bleak.
Like the black.
Well, what about?
Firefly feels.
I mean, we have a literal countdown happening every day. From, you know, what I imagine is a countdown clock sort of thing.
I feel like we shouldn't have a.
I feel like we should.
I feel like
what if it's something like?
Well, it's probably not good.
I would say something like along the lines of like. So if it's counting down.
Well, I mean, I just feel like everyone's
Like
probably. We know we have an end.
Right.
So
Well,
it's
it could
last
be like,
day.
Yeah, like last day.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like something off of like. I mean, because I feel like that's the biggest like weight on all of us. I don't know.
Hourglassy, like.
Yeah, I was thinking of like
This is my
extent.
last brain,
Like that's the
like-
end of it is the extent, or.
Yeah. But we're not trying to find a word for like the end time.
Yes, sad.
But I do like the idea of it being tied to like that kind of finality.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't trying to like come up with the word for the end, but I was just trying to come up because that's the biggest like looming, and like people like to put a name to like something to have kind of control over it, so that just that dread of the mission end sort of thing.
Terminate.
The curtain, the end curtain, or like the curtain call, the cease, or
Expert.
because 'Cause that's when we cease to exist.
Obsolete.
Disillusion.
I'm just trying like sciencey terms.
Terminus is like a
I
sciencey.
liked Terminus, but that doesn't really like.
Make sadness. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of something that like people would like say is how you like in relation to like how you feel.
Yeah.
how you feel,
When I was
like-
first thinking just along the lines of emotion and like our general sadness, it made me think of like ennui. Or like in the French, like fini. Or
Yeah, that's why like my mind went like void vacuum.
Yeah.
Type, like something like just being like empty.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, because it's like what we feel in the hardest times. So like when we're working hard, knowing that it's the end, like what would someone say about that feeling?
Well, I Google space terms. I mean, think of space terms.
I'm seeing all the words I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about it like they already also kind of mean sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's. Yeah.
Let's see. So, because I feel like this is the kind of word that you would say like in a trying to blow things off kind of mindset, just like oh, just feeling a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, my brain went all to existing sad words. Saudade is a Portuguese word for the deep sadness one feels that's like unexplainable. But what's I don't know.
I mean, I feel like we can probably work with something to do with like this feeling is kind of
Like,
it's inevitable, but it's also like they're in this kind of like free floating kind of in between space until then. Like
maybe something like eclipsey, like, because like you would think it's also something that might pass.
Well, what if it's like,
oh, what if it has something to do with like how the oasis is slowly dying, like around us as we kind of look at it.
Decay?
Like,
Thinking of like the opposite of evolving.
well, yeah, we're like watching stuff waste away, basically.
Yeah, like what's the first thing that would have gone? Like you mentioned like the sound of the birds.
Yeah.
Right? Like what if, because I feel like this is sort of thing like might start as like a kind of a euphemism type of things. Like what if it's something like quiet?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, like in the beginning, like from the minute this started, that's probably was like a very common thing. Everyone's like, it's so quiet.
Quiet.
Oh yeah.
It's like there's not the hum of the oasis like
Yep.
doing its thing. The water's not coming. It's like it's eerily quiet. Like it's just so quiet.
what if it's
Yeah.
something like muted? Because that's
I
like,
feel like that's like not subtle enough. Like,
no, well, because I'm thinking
it
of like
already kind of means something.
right. Because I was saying like if it's of like something play off a verb, like something is.
I honestly am a fan of quiet.
Yeah.
Because I could see that coming up easily in conversation,
Yeah.
and it also like with what Dusty said, like people started saying it all the time to the point where it kind of like became almost like the word quiet stopped meaning quiet at all, and so
Yeah.
I can see it naturally evolving into this next kind of meaning.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree, because like that's something like you said, like literally people would comment that like it's literally just so much more quiet. There's less life here. There's less humans here. There's less other stuff here. It is suddenly so quiet, and I cannot imagine that would not be deeply depressing.
Well, so then I just had this idea. I'm like, I just saw not idea, but I like had this like image of a scene where like two people are like walking by and like, oh, what's the matter with Dave? And like, oh, he's deep in the quiet right now, like.
Ooh.
Because it's gotten so much like whenever anyone's like really down, it's like.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's in the quiet.
To differentiate between like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like in the quiet is a really powerful, just like.
Yeah.
Because that's what we are now. Like we're in the quiet, like.
Yeah, because that implies like a kind of like contemplative kind of sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the sadness of like realizing your existence is very finite.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, cool. All right, let me put.
You go have a fun conversation with that. I'm gonna put on so nobody can hear me cry.
All right, let me copy one of these. I'm going to tell that to Mirage. Cool. Cool. And fun.
Is somebody trying to escape? I hear a cat.
Okay, so for this, I'm gonna wait till Jess is back.
This is gonna be great. Everyone play this game.
It's very fun.
Play it. It's really good. Don't.
Hi.
We came back with the big old boy.
Oh, he's gonna get the butt seat.
Sorry.
Oh boy. Okay, all good. So Sadness Inc.'s company. I guess so. I could see this being as a to answer the where are we and what are we doing thing. I think one day Harper goes out into the Oasis, and we're probably about halfway through like the countdown, and I think she goes out into the Oasis without a suit, and maybe Zaire notices that or whatever, or they just run into each other out there. But I think Harper's just like going through a walk through the trees and things and just kind of getting away from people, just with no thought for radiation poisoning or any of that.
Mm-hmm. Do we have to wear entire spacesuits in the proto Oasis, or?
I mean, I feel like we would kind of have to.
Or like, are there
like I'm thinking like the radiation, whatever was blocking like the radiation stuff, is probably not functioning anymore. So I don't know how else you would get around that.
Yeah.
If that works for.
That works for me. Yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah. So like, you have to put on a full spacesuit to go into the proto.
It's
Yeah.
advised. It's advised,
It's
but
heavily advised.
I'm
Like
sure there's some people that don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Harper has not been one of those people until today. So what happened today that makes it ever more clear that we are not getting out of this?
Is it just the fact that it's the halfway point, or?
Possibly,
And there
or
has
maybe there was
been-
like an initiative that like we thought like was going to be a possible solution that like failed.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Maybe there was just a tiny.
Yeah. A tiny glimmer of hope, like a tiny
Yeah, and then it
science
exploded.
attempt.
Yeah.
And then it exploded, and we were doing it in one of the old sections that's shut off,
Oh yeah.
and it was just kind of a, and now that is completely unusable for anything
Oh,
because
totally,
it's like broken and exposed to space or Mars atmosphere. But
Okay. Yes. but they haven't told the general like population about it yet. So the reason Harper's like kind of gone out is because she's gonna have to be the one to make that announcement in the next morning. So like this is probably like by our clocks probably super super late at night, but it's
you and I just got out of a meeting and I told you about it.
Yeah.
Desire no? Because I do science with Beckett. Do I? We would.
But how much have you been coming to my office since the? I mean, you would probably
still probably doing science.
Yeah, but maybe you. Yeah, I mean, you would probably know that it failed.
Or maybe you're on a different project trying to like if you're disillusioned to the point where you don't want to help with the projects that Beckett is working on for like maybe we can fix this. Maybe you're instead like no, I'm going to maintain like the walls so that they stay structurally sound and don't collapse on us before the end times.
Yeah, how much are you engaging in my ideas for optimistic stuff?
I don't think Whoa, do I hold anything? I was gonna say I don't think I hold anything against you, but do I hold anything against you?
Well, I hope you don't. It would hurt Dad's feelings. But he understands if you do.
I mean,
you mad at me being so like giving people hope and?
I don't know. That's it.
What do you hold against me though?
That you were the one that said we couldn't save them all?
God.
So yeah, that's what we're doing then. I definitely not spending time with Beckett anymore. So whatever project Beckett's working on, I'm not working on.
Just stab me in the heart. Oh. I broke another pair of glasses.
Yeah, okay, so I guess I don't know yet. I'm doing something, maybe I'm just doing something, maybe I am in the proto oasis because I'm working on something in the proto oasis. I'm trying to keep that as decent and sustainable so we don't die of other things first. Like
all right, so I think it's definitely like our equivalent of like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Harper probably started to walk back to wherever she and Rebexy like have as their like quarters for the moment, and then just couldn't do it and just walked outside into the oasis. And so she's like wandering pretty far out there, and then probably runs into Zyre. And I guess I don't know if they've like actually really interacted that much kind of period.
Yeah, did we at all? I
think you're probably like a I kind of know you. Like I probably remember your name, I think.
I obviously know you because you're like the political leader, and I know Rebexy because Rebexy encouraged a lot of my projects and stuff like that. And actually, we might have met during like Opus Day. Like I think we talked a little bit about. Remember those happy days we had? I think when we were doing some like Opus Day.
Oh yeah, you got like recruited for the project?
I was like trying to get everyone's attention about a new project I thought was really good and important, and I think I upset Beckett a little because Beckett was trying to make an announcement that day, and I was like up on a soapbox like demanding we attempt new things, like, and Beckett was over there like, I was gonna say we're gonna start attempting new things like like next week, I swear, like. So I don't know if we've I don't think we've personally interacted though.
Yeah, I don't think that we've like talked.
No. But I know you both as like a political person and also as Rebexy's wife. Like, I think, you know, when you're a kid, you kind of associate people through associations, you know?
Sure.
So I definitely think of you as, like, the political leader and mostly Rebexy's wife.
Yeah, like Rebexy's wife and, like, that voice on the PA every morning.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I think Harper is kind of just, like, aimlessly wandering through the paths of the oasis. And what is Zyre doing?
Fixing the pond filtration system? That's not really doing a good job of fixing itself anymore.
Great.
So, you know, might as well have some clean water while we're still here, I guess.
Okay, so that's what Zyre's doing. Okay, so Cameron Harper walks up and just goes, "Oh, sorry. I didn't think anyone was working this late."
I think Zyre was literally, like, you probably didn't see them because they were literally crouched down, like, working on something. And I think they, like, stand up and kind of, like, wipe their hands a little bit.
Zyre, are you in a suit?
I think they're in a suit out of, like, habit. Because, like, you know, when you, like, science is your main thing, you, like, it's so important to practice all your science safety things. So I think that they are. Terms. Yeah, I think they're in a work science appropriate suit. And you are not. And I think they proceed to just, like, wipe their hands and stare at you a little bit. And be like, yeah, just, working. It's, you're out here kind of late.
Yes, well, a lot on my mind. Zyre, is it? Right?
Yep, that's me.
You're doing good work. What are you doing anyway?
Well, the filtration is not working as good as it should anymore, and I guess habit, it's broken, and I wanted to fix it, but also why drink disgusting water in the time we have left? So I'm here, and this isn't fixed yet, and they kick it slightly. But it will be.
Well, that's good, I guess. At least we'll be able to drink a nice glass of water on our final day. And she kind of plops down and just kind of, like, pokes at it.
At the filter or at the pond?
The filter, yeah. And I think she just, like stares at this thing and just goes, like, very quiet, like, staring into the void.
You seem kind of quiet.
Do I?
I mean, this place is all pretty quiet, but you're in it.
Well, we can't have that, can we? Can I tell you something?
I don't see why not. Can I continue working on this filter?
Oh, please do.
And then they bend back down and keep working, but they look up at you and, like, nod to say that they're still listening.
So this is a secret. Don't tell anyone until after tomorrow morning, but the alternate containment catalyzer in Unit 3, it's gone. The whole unit's gone. That was the last shot, you know. And now 25 days. And then poof.
Well, then I guess I really better get this filter going. I don't want 25 days of clean water.
I suppose that's one way to look at it.
I mean, was it ever really gonna work? Did you really believe?
Harper kind of pauses for a moment. I wanted to. And that was enough for a while. But now, I don't know. What can we believe in for 25 days? Sorry, I shouldn't be asking you this.
No, I mean, you can ask. I thought I used to have the answers, but clearly I don't.
Well, Harper kind of gets up. You at least know how to fix the water filter.
And I'm sure as heck gonna do it, because we're not gonna drink any nasty water for the next 25 days.
Right. Well, I suppose that in itself is some form of hope I can give them. Right. Well, it's a start.
What are you gonna tell them?
The truth.
Better than the lies some people have been feeding them. I tried so hard to keep a straight face, I'm sorry.
Harper kind of gives you a look.
Might as well be honest.
I don't... You can be honest and still give people hope. And that is my job. Right. Thank you.
Good luck.
And Harper kind of turns away and kind of turns back. Keep the line open, Sire. And then walks back inside. I think that's our scene.
Mm-hmm. I made sure to specifically not say that.
I know. Harper gave them a significant look, but I know. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is fine. 25 days is plenty of time.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well that was sadness.
That was,
Good job.
yeah. Super.
I'm sad.
Do we want to take a cry break?
I mean, I was tearing up. This end game is really intense on my feelings.
So
God. If people need a break, we can take a break. I personally am good to keep
I'm
going.
good.
if you want
Okay.
to.
I'm good to keep going.
Okay.
yeah.
Let's do it then.
Yeah. All right. So let's have some more feeling.
Yay!
I'm already down here. Might as well keep kicking me.
That dead horse isn't gonna beat itself, guys.
Oh, I've played a lot of games of Dialect, but this might be the most brutal age 3.
I know. Last game that we played together, I had like a relatively happy ending.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting that.
No.
All right, so
Promise. Exchanging words is a bond to have and hold. The act of saying these words carries intention and consequence, a special kind of promise made in the isolation. What is the promise and what is the phrase we say to give it?
Oh God.
Words to live by. Oh.
Words to live by.
to live by for 25 days.
I was gonna say for 25 more days.
Jesus Christ. All right. You stop. All right. So, what is this special kind of promise? Like, because it's
Well, I mean, if we're reaching the point where like everyone is kind of accepting what our fate is, probably now. How much time do you think has passed between like whatever this scene is and that the previous one?
I'm cool with saying we've got like 2 weeks left. It's like a week.
Cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about 14 days or so.
Okay, yeah. So we're all like, we know we're doomed.
Yeah.
So are we just at this point just hoping for a happy nope, not a happy ending. Like
No, like the first thing that pops into my mind when it's like, if in this kind of situation, it's like you just want somebody to like remember you.
Mm-hmm.
That and control over like the end. Like you want control.
But like if you're making a promise, to somebody, like I say something like along those lines, like something along the lines of like remembering, or like, yeah, like that's where I'm open to like literally.
Oh no, I was thinking something like that, but like also like having, you know,
because like you, like, yeah, you want to control it, but you like,
well, your own terms sort of thing.
Right, but is that something you can promise someone else? Like you can promise someone like to love them and to remember them and to try to like keep their memory alive while you can, but you can't really promise somebody that they're going to be able to like go out on their own terms. Because
I didn't really see it like that. I just meant that having that control and that having your own terms sort of is the impetus for like the creation of this kind of promise sort of thing, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I guess, I mean, looking at the prompt of the card might help us kind of target that a little.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, words to live by, like, is this promise kind of like a new kind of thing people are swearing to each other as, like, attitudes change toward the end?
like, as it comes to a more acceptance.
Yeah, like I could see this being something that ends up attached to like the social contract or the pact.
Mm-hmm.
Like a promise, like that you'll help till the very end, like that type of thing. Like reaffirming the not giving up, even though we all know we're doomed. Like,
right,
you can.
Like just like hanging on, or like not, like, so you know that you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like something that, like some kind of camaraderie, like I'm with you.
Yeah, like a stay with you till the end.
Yeah. Like a truly, we are all the colony remains until the last one of us dies. Until then, we all are here to help each other.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and like, I mean, we came to this place and we did an amazing thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what we built here will stay long after we're gone. And maybe we take ideas from that sort of thing.
Yeah, like I was trying to think of something, stars or something. Yeah.
Is it promising to still, because you said stars, is it promising to still be together until we're out in the stars? Or
like, that was kind of my thing, because then the other thing that came to my mind was dust, and that just seems too morbid, and I want it to be like something that's more
dust. I see.
Like something more hopeful.
Than just
like as helpful as it can be, like just something to be like, hey, like we're doomed, but like we're in it together.
yeah.
Type. I'm with you.
Yeah. Like, yeah, like very, very Last Shot of Rogue One vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is it something like declaring a physicality, like hand in hand, or
Like
united or
until
joined in?
the stars, like until something.
I don't hate until the stars, because like they're out in space or something like that.
Yeah, like that's kind of a like something
Until we reach the stars, until we become stardust, until all that.
Yeah.
That's a lot better. Until we're sucked into the vacuum of.
Well, so
Yeah, because like you said, like the other one you thought it was like dust, and that makes me think of like dust, ash, and that's so like more.
Ash, yeah,
it's much more sad than like
Yeah, so what if
stars.
That's why. Yeah. Until we're stars. Until.
Oh,
it could-
I got a sad idea.
Oh no!
Okay.
What is
let's hear
it?
I mean, what if it's not just a phrase? What if it's like if we're doing until we're stars, what if we extend that then to like until I, well, okay, this might actually get into like weird, like almost religion bullshit. But like I can see this being like just until, and then like someone pointing at a star, like that star is you kind of thing,
Oh.
which is really gross.
Well, so the other thing that I was thinking about
Yeah.
is like, you know, the thing that we built will last until Mars rips it apart. But aside from that, until we like the dome, until it degrades and we see the star, like until we see the stars, sort of.
Oh, I really like that. Until we see the stars, in the sense that like we can't really see them until the dome like starts to disintegrate.
Yeah, but it's like because this place will
We're
stay
gonna
here
die,
for
but
a
at
long-
least we'll be.
But at least we'll be able to see the stars. Oh, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, I like until we see the stars, which is something we can't do unless we're like, you know, out in the open. But like, I mean,
Oh, that's a really.
Till we're free floating in space, y'all.
Act button. It's on. Let me
Dead
get off
like.
this side. Yeah. Until we see the stars.
I'm gonna go cry forever now.
God, we can like keep the lines open, and then until we see the stars are like two really good phrases that just hold so much power.
Yeah, dialect like wrecks you forever for certain things.
And then if you put those two together,
Keep the
oh,
line open until we see the stars. Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
Fuck this game.
What? Why?
oh my God!
And about to get real sad.
I mean, points to the past hour of this game. Julie, you know the answer to that.
Because fun.
Because it's fun to play games with your friends.
God.
Right?
You know, the sad thing, Julie, is I want to do this multiple times again to myself.
Right? Dialect is a good game.
Dialect is a good.
Oh.
I feel like Dialect is a good game can only be said
Through tears.
through tears. Nobody believes me when I say how good Dialect is.
It literally just won some awards, didn't it?
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, it won Game of the Year.
There you
if I
go.
remember correctly, from like indie. Yeah.
Aha.
As it should, because it's
Proof.
a good game.
Nope. It's a good game.
There's a lot of people.
Oh, sorry, my lamp just fell. Okay, everything's fine.
Oh.
You
Sorry, I
okay?
made a big noise. I got freaked out. All good.
All
Keep the
right.
line open, Em.
Yeah. All right. So the scene. Whew, has. I'm trying to think. Like, has something happened? Like obviously like things are failing, domino effect, like
Mhm.
failing, and we've got like 2 weeks left. But like in my mind, this is something that's like one of us is like coming home at like the end of the day and is just like real deep in the quiet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
um
Oh, I have an idea. Okay.
Make me sad, let's go.
Okay,
ready.
I think Rebexy coming back. Oh no, okay, actually no. Either way. So let me flip my idea by you.
Okay.
You can
Looked.
tell me what you think about who this should be.
I'm going to pick whatever makes me saddest.
I mean, okay, so I have an aesthetic shot in my mind, and I don't really care how we get there.
Cool.
But
I'm with you. I'm there.
May I remind you that Rebexy can do light painting?
Yep.
And has done that to, right? You see where I'm going with this?
Lay down.
You
God.
okay, Megan?
Yeah, that like forced emotions out of me real big. Let's go. Yep.
So I don't know who makes sense to come back in the quiet for us to get that combined with the line, but
yeah, I'm so with you.
And also maybe worth kind of briefly talking through what happened to Harper and Rebexy between like the scene that we had with them. They were having a big fight over something that then caused a crisis.
I think Rebexy like had a "you were right" moment. I think like I feel like they were like fighting still, and like there was a lot of animosity between them up until the attack, and as soon as like Harper got hurt in it, like even though it wasn't something that was like a big life-changing like injury, I think that kind of like flipped everything, and Rebexy was like, no, like I love this person, like it doesn't matter, like we're all gonna die up here, but like I love my wife and I just need to like be with her. So I think it was probably I don't know like how Harper was like, but I feel like Rebexy was a lot of like when you're like overcompensating when you think somebody's mad at you, and so Rebexy's like super like, I know that this is all my fault, kind of, so like please just love me.
Well, and I think Harper probably her reaction was less "I told you so" and much more like I should have listened because I didn't see how that people cared this much. Like I thought this was just people being immature and not wanting to do what they were supposed to do. I didn't see that it was actually this much of a problem. So I think they probably both had a bit of a reconciling like I should have listened more and not gotten all stubborn. I think they probably had like a big kind of talk over that. So they're probably on much better terms now. They're probably back to actually being like just, I won't say happy because we're dying in literally 14 days. But they're the good wives again.
Right. Yeah, so I think because I'm trying to think also like what their roles are like in the society as it stands, like if Harper's like still doing announcements and still like being the voice to like let people know what's going on, like I don't know. I think Rebexy's probably just trying to like keep morale up as best she can. But it's probably getting to the point where like outside their door she's like on and like hopeful and trying to make people happy, but like it's getting more and more taxing for her, like so when she comes back it's just like the weight of everything comes down.
Oh, okay. Man.
So I think, all right, so I think this is Rebexy coming home. Or home. Like after the
Yeah,
day.
like we've got like a room.
Yeah. Like it's probably very small, but it's ours.
Yeah.
So I think it's Rebexy's coming, just like opens the door, just closes it behind her, like kind of just like deflates a bit.
I think Harper turns around like starting to like, you know, smile and welcome her back, and then sees what's up. Hey.
Hey.
What's up? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. It's just gets a little harder every day, you know, to be. She just motions to like outside the door. It's what people need, but it's a lot. Some days more than others, and yeah, today was a little harder than it's been.
Yeah. And I think Harper kind of just like walks over, and I think she just pulls her into a hug and just says, "Yeah, I know."
This really wasn't what I was expecting when you asked me to come up here.
I know, and I'm sorry.
No, don't.
If I hadn't asked you to come with me.
Harper, if you didn't ask me to come up here, I would be dead on Earth alone. At least up here I have you. Which is more than I need. I'm glad we're together and that things are better than they were. I couldn't bear it if we were coming to the end of all this and we still weren't talking.
I'm glad. I know I've said this before, but thank you for everything, for sticking with me when I was when I was spending all my time with an AI instead of you. I wish I had paid more attention to what was important. Well, what am I saying? We still have 14 days.
It's basically a whole lifetime. But
it is. If I'm with you.
Well, how have you been? Are you all right?
Well, as much as one can be, I guess. Trying to give people hope for, 14 days worth. You reach the point where there's not much else you can do.
Yeah, me both.
The systems are starting to fail. I haven't told anyone yet, but I will tomorrow. And she kind of points up.
Yeah.
When the reactor goes, we'll lose the roof. When we lose the roof, we lose everything. But it's funny, you know, I can't help but think that for a moment, just one moment, before it all ends. It's going to look so beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And we'll be together when that happens. Until we see the stars, right?
Yes,
Well,
until we see the stars.
well, maybe before that, just come here for a sec. And I'm gonna pull her over and just like lay down on the bed and like pat the bed next to me. Just lay down for a second.
What?
And I'm gonna take out like my painting stuff and just like paint the whole ceiling full of stars. And just like hold her and hold your hand. And like just
I think that's our scene.
Oh, look, it's been an hour since we really cried. Oh, God.
Julie, you know the answer to that?
Oh. Oh. Those weren't even my characters.
Gotta stay hydrated.
I'm
Everybody
gonna
fix-
stare into the void for a while.
Nightbot, you don't understand our pain.
Nightbot just wants you to be healthy while we slowly die.
Alright, bring us home, Zyre.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
come on, Zyre.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna do this. I don't
It
know.
doesn't mean we are
sorry.
saved. It can just be something like legacy or whatever. Like,
I mean, I've had some ideas.
Have you, like, I get okay, so obviously the card, Symbol of Hope, we see a beam of hope when things are most dire. We turn to this in a moment. A moment of hope in the darkness. What, so, like, is this, it's not necessarily, like, hope that we're gonna survive, it's just, do we literally get a signal out somewhere? Does someone hear us somewhere? Like...
Not what I was, like, I'm thinking along the same ideas.
Yeah.
I was thinking, this is your card.
No, go for it.
But, I was thinking there's like 3 days left.
I
And
don't like it.
We get a signal. But it's just like it's a CQ, which is, a ham radio term it's sending out like a code to like, if you hear this code, respond, sort of thing. But I mean, we hear it and we can send a code, but it won't get there. It won't get to wherever that is until after, like, there's no the hope is that at least we can communicate with something.
At least we can send a message that, like...
Everyone can send a message.
Yeah.
Like...
Literally for the next... like, we receive the message, we all, like, share it, and then for the next 3 days, everyone just sends back anything they need to say.
Like, just remember us.
Remember this. Remember...
Or even, it's just... Yeah, just people talking their story to nothing, like
their story to nothing, or like Dad, if you're out there listening to this, sorry, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, or someone just being like, I just want someone to know about this one perfect day I had.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That was like sunny but not too hot, and I just got to be.
And I think that's a pretty big thing of hope for all of us who know that but that radio wave with our voices lives on and will technically live on through space forever. Like, just that we can send that message. That
This is
signal.
so sad.
Yeah, but I really love it.
Sad, but really beautiful. I love that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do we call it? Like, what if it's like
The
chorus?
message?
Like, well, like the chorus or the
Yeah.
like just something like an ensemble of voices, like a group of voices, or a bunch of stories, like an anthology, like something.
What if it's just as simple as, I mean, this could be a speech that Beckett like gives. This is our chance to record
Like
our history. Like, this is our record. This is our record of us.
Yeah, the record.
The record.
I like the record. It's simple, it's meaningful.
This is our record. This is our history of our time here. We all have a chance.
Is our scene just all of us recording our?
Oh no! Everyone gets to say something. Oh no!
Yeah! Oh!
Oh, oh, thanks. I hate it, but also I love it. Ugh.
Going full sound.
Oh gosh.
Ow!
Oh. Like, I don't know. I feel okay. Here's the thing. I feel like I can think of like I don't mean to be like a dick. I'm so sorry. But like I just feel like Rebexy and Harper have a lot of like good stories that they can share and a lot of like art and experiences and life, and for Beckett this is like a huge science thing and that's exciting, and so it's like really like promising that way, and the cool thing that like this message is gonna last forever. But like Zyre had such a short life and it was all on Mars and it was all not great up here, and I don't know how many like great days they had. I'm trying to think of like what they're
Do you want to sit in while I record mine
Like, it's not even like a,
to see if Beckett can change your mind?
because it's whatever you want to pass on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily
I know.
like, oh, this is a record of good stories. It could be like whatever Zyre feels.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of.
It could literally be you yelling at the void.
Yeah, it
How
could be
this
like
is not fair.
Like, we need to, like, we should have adapted sooner. We should have evolved sooner. Like, if you're coming up here again, like, know that you can't keep
Yeah.
things the way they are.
It could be
true.
your message to anyone that tries this again from your perspective. I mean, that's a young kid yelling into the void at life being unfair is a really powerful scene. You could stick it to the man one last time, Zyre.
Or just a really good space recipe. Listen, never shared this with anyone. It's been a family secret for generations, and y'all just need to know before I stop existing.
This is how you make Mars jambalaya.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
Oh man, I don't know what Harper would say.
Yeah.
I've got mine.
I've sort of got mine.
Oh no. Does anyone particularly want to go first or last? Because
It's so much easier to go first because then you can just sit there and cry while everybody else goes.
I was kind of hoping that I could go last, but
All right,
I'm okay with that.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Space Dad gets his final say.
Yeah.
I feel like Beckett would let everyone else do their thing. Because Beckett does the night announcements, right? He signs off. Like, he feels like he should be.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Let everyone else have their chance.
Oh man.
Just in case something happens.
I was gonna say, the thought that, like, Beckett is literally hanging on to the end and there's the possibility that his message won't even, like, make it.
Just what's the trope I like to do a lot of, even though this isn't, like, actual self-sacrifice. It's sort of I do this every time.
That's not what this is, though.
No, but it's...
We're all dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is me putting the needs of others before myself, which is a thing I like to do. Arya.
But then you get the final say, and that's a big thing.
That's
you
a big
get to
thing.
literally close it out. You get to, like...
Well, if anyone wants to go last.
No, I just mean it's like...
No.
Oh, yeah.
It is a good, big thing. Like...
I think so. Okay, so a thought for how to start this off. I don't know if there's anything that Harper would want to send back, because I think she found everything she needed here,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think there's anything else she would send back to Earth. What I do think is that she probably was the first. She probably like started the not transcription, transmission. That's the word I'm looking for. The same way she started off every PA announcement. And so I think like we get the if anyone is out there, will be the first and final transmission from Mars Colony. We had an official name. What was our official name? It wasn't the Oasis.
Elysium was what we
Was the
called.
name of the whole thing. Yeah. It was Elysium was the name of the settlement.
Yeah. So this will be the first and final transmission of Mars Colony Elysium, established, I'm just gonna make something up, 2050 to 2052. My name is Harper Cameron. Oh man, I think she would just gone, what? Sorry, this is difficult.
Take your time.
Yeah, it totally is. Don't worry.
I think it's just, if anyone is out there, please listen very carefully to the remainder of this message. Thank you. And keep the line open. And then presses the pause button and hands it to the next person.
Oh, gotcha. All right, I'll go. Are we like, we're like alone in these rooms, right? Like, is
I
this
think
like
so.
private time? Yeah. This is Rebecca Isaacs Cameron, also known as Rebexy. I came to Mars because a beautiful woman that I fell in love with asked me to come. And it has been the hardest and most fulfilling 2 years of my life to be up here. I have gotten to do so much and be with incredible people. And when thinking about what message I wanted to leave behind, I think there's not too much. I am an artist and a teacher and for a very short while a propagandist. Not super proud about that if we're being honest, but I think that the most important thing that I've been is Harper's wife. And that is all that matters. So, until we see the stars. Press down. Love you.
Love you too, jerk.
You're all monsters. This is the worst.
You just have to keep smiling.
That's how Zyra's message starts.
This is the worst. You're all the worst. No.
It's harder to cry.
Oh God, I didn't successfully. I was listening to you guys and I didn't successfully plan anything in this time. Well, I should have. But I assume.
Take your time. It's okay.
I assume it's something along the lines of like. Whoever is out there listening, if you're even listening, this is Zyrdemon, firstborn of Mars. The science kid, the knack, the one who tried to save everyone and couldn't save anyone. And I don't know, I hope you're doing good down there, 'cause, you know, it is what it is up here. That's the thing, like, I don't even know. I've only ever been up here. What's it like down there? Did I, you know, maybe it was great up here. Maybe it was, like, awesome. I don't know, 'cause I've never been anywhere else. So, this is it. This was it for me, and I'm gonna hope it was good. I think it was good. You know what? It was good. Mars is pretty cool. Everything we did was the first thing. Everything we did here was special. And I hope whatever you did, I hope whatever all of you did that made them have to come up here, that made us all have to come up here and be stuck up here. I hope you're fixing it and not just doing nothing. 'Cause don't make us have to have been up here for nothing. Fix whatever it was you broke. If you come up here, fix it up here too. Don't just... actually listen next time. Listen when people tell you you have to try new things and not just do it the same way, because obviously doing it the same way doesn't work. So, you all need to change and be better. I think we did the best we could. But you still need to do better. I guess keep the lines open. Signs off.
My daughter. Not even my real daughter. But she's my daughter. This is Dr. Beckett Caden. I guess this is the final message, if you've listened to everything else. You have a good record of what happened here. We did something amazing here. We survived on a planet that's unsurvivable. But you know what? You know what? We didn't do it right, and that's your fault. It is hard up here, and you didn't think about that. We didn't think about that. I sat on a mountain overlooking this all and saw through the eyes of someone who had lived their entire life here. And I took that for granted. But seeing through their eyes showed me how hard it is. And it's not fair to have put us up here without preparing for that. And if there's one lesson that I have to give from this, it's that you, or whoever is hearing this and tries this again, needs to be prepared to see through the eyes of someone who knew nothing else. I came up here knowing that this could be the end, knowing that this could end like this. And I tried to hold this place together. But that shouldn't just be on me. It wasn't just on me. I had a great group of people that tried to hold this place together. And we held it together for longer than expected. It was great up here. And you'll never know. But I'd do it again. Learn from this. Dr. Becca Kading signing off. Keep the line open until we see the stars.
And scene.
I made myself emotional.
Well, cool.
Well,
So,
now we wrap it up.
yeah, so, we kind of already did the entering the legacy world building prompt, because it's literally the prompt for that is collapse happened slowly but without mercy. Mars was our home, but in the end we were not strong enough to fight against fate's cruel hand. In the last moments of the outpost, we leave something behind for whoever finds this empty shell. What do they find? And who remembers us? Well, we know what they found.
I'm thinking they find one other thing.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like.
If I,
Go ahead.
I have an idea too.
I think Beckett takes Mai and installs her on Eden.
Oh!
Like, as his last thing, he gets in a suit, walks to Eden, and I think it's just him and Mai like talking. But he installs her there, and has her send a satellite just out with a copy of her, but like sets her up in Eden to be what she is, even though she couldn't save us. And so that there's a record, there's records of everything.
Yeah.
I
And then he ends sitting in his suit in the place where he started.
We still have one more character.
Okay.
After, so
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. More.
We have more opportunities to make ourselves sad. We're not done yet.
Crush my soul more. Okay,
yeah.
good. I'm here for
we have
this.
4 more
Let's do
chances.
this. Okay, yeah, but he installs Maya on in Eden, I think.
Yeah, I think Rebexy pulls out her like physical paints that she'd been saving the whole time and like just starts like painting a mural like on the inside of her and Harper's room, so that like even if the roof blows off, like if people come and find the shell of it, there'll still be like something there.
Just like a fresco of Elysium.
Yeah. Go Oasis and
Yeah. All right. So, for our final round, we're entering the legacy phase, and I'm going to read the actual rules for this. So I don't remember how this is exactly supposed to work off the top of my head. Okay, so at the end of age 3, we deal out 1 legacy card to each player. So each of you deal yourself 1 of these cards.
Oh boy, more cards.
Take that. After completing the transition into the legacy, which we already did, we end the game by having each player do the following. Give a narrated epilogue based on 1 of the legacy card's prompts. Take this moment to wrap up your character's story or reflect on the legacy of the isolation. Players may go in any order.
mine's so bad, guys.
Mine's so
bad.
All of these are just so okay.
Oh no!
Oh, good. This is also so bad.
Okay, are you guys ready for this?
I
Jeez.
have the perfect image in my head for mine, but it's so bad.
I actually got a card that works well with the idea that I sort of teased just a few seconds ago.
Oh, then go for it.
Okay, so I had 3 choices: something the outsiders stand to learn, saying goodbye to what was once normal, or a moment of deja vu. And I think I'm going with a moment of deja vu as Beckett walks in to Eden and flips on the lights. And he walks in and he's got, a memory stick in his hands. And he sits down at a desk. He has to move some boxes and some supplies and sciencey crap. And on that station is a picture of young Beckett with the team that he met up here. That most of them a couple of them died off during our time up here. And it's his old little workstation. And he plugs in the, he's just like looking around. He's just like, and I think you see this reflection of his face in the mask on that picture. And so it's young Beckett and old Beckett. And he sits down, plugs Mai into the computer, and it's just like, are you there? Mai? And her voice sort of comes on. I'm here, Dr. Beckett. This is yours now. I can at least save you. You're gonna be alone for a while. But, and I know that you're not gonna understand a lot of this, but, I'll be here with you until I'm not. Like, and you know what? It's like, this is like, he doesn't have much oxygen left. Eden's not functioning, great. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, it can't hold oxygen anymore or something like that. Because they were like, during like the last couple of days, we thought maybe we could do people to Eden before the signal, and then like pretty much after the signal, and everyone's like okay with everything. But like Eden isn't like functioning enough to like sustain people, so he's in his suit, and he just tells Mai to, can you just play the logs of Elysium from the beginning? And she like dictates the logs, and he hears his own voice. He hears everybody's like updated, like the scientist reports, like just plays, and like the oxygen meter on his wrist thing is like low, and he just sits there listening to my record or dictate the record of Elysium till his oxygen runs out.
Megahn, is yours more of a final kind of scene?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I have one that is not final.
I was gonna ask you the same
If
thing.
if yours will wrap on Harper and Rebexy, I think I have a good one that's kind of focused on those two, but also the whole community.
Okay. Yeah, mine's definitely like.
Okay, good. So the options that I was given are a grave misunderstanding, sharing a memory of the old ways, or coming across the rubble and ruin. And I think I'm going to go with sharing a memory of the old ways. Because Rebexy was working on this mural, right? This kind of fresco. And I think... So something that we established about Rebexy and Harper's kind of backstory thing is that Harper used to visit Rebexy in her studio, and they would like get Chinese food and like basically hang out and not have to be who they are in public. And so I think that while in like the last days, there's like one final expedition to like kind of like just see if there's anything we can salvage from the residential blocks that were shut down. And as part of that, I think we recover a lot of like the contraband people brought, like the things they weren't supposed to bring. And I think someone discovers like a giant pack of like ramen or something. And so I think what this scene is it starts out as like Rebexy working on this thing. And then like she smells something and like her head perks up. And then behind her is Harper, like same, like in a, like a deja vu-esque kind of like same, like I brought Chinese food kind of motion. And then we see behind her, a bunch of other people from the Oasis who are still alive looking for something to do, who like also are taking part of this meal, kind of like this is just like this big almost festival that we have made up of all
so good.
everything we found, everything we salvaged, like our last kind of bits and pieces of earth that we brought with us. And so we kind of see this scene of what started out as one woman kind of painting a mural and in a kind of like sad, almost poignant kind of scene becomes this really joyful expression of community, and everyone remembering Earth, and people are helping out. and we just kind of fade on that.
So cute.
I just love that the whole community gets to have just like a little laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just eating contraband food
Yeah.
and making whatever they can, and
Yeah, everyone gets to go through every, like, all the
Yeah.
contraband. Like, we find everything that when we get to just use up everything
Yeah.
in the last, like,
Yeah, and
little bit.
And it's just, yeah. and
there's
it's
been
just
some
like a
questionable
full
stuff.
mishmash.
Some
Yeah.
questionable stuff, and Beckett is like, yeah, sure, whatever, fine.
yeah.
Someone hands Beckett like box wine that's been in under someone's like bedroll for 2 years.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Someone up
Drunk
here
Beckett.
must have figured out bathtub wine. Come on. Like,
I'm sure that there was Oasis wine.
Comparatively, yeah,
Yeah.
Well, this is like the good stuff comparatively to that.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, there was definitely something up here, but yeah.
Find out Beckett liked karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So many little cute moments during this scene.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'll read my card. I had How You Will Be Remembered. Out of the ashes, a seedling sprouts, cast out again and again. And I don't think the cast out again and again makes sense. And I wanted to do something, but I was like, I don't think that'll work. But at the same time, I kind of want to make it work. I don't know if it makes any sense, but I'm just gonna, like, say it anyways. For all of Zyre's talk of, like, we need to do more and we need to be better and, like, talking about all the, like, we need to evolve and, like, here's some different ideas for energy systems. Like, y'all are thinking, like, here's what we use down on Earth. How can we apply it to, like, Mars? And Zyre was all like, no, stop thinking about, like, what you did on Earth, bringing it to Mars. Think about what Mars has and go from there, right? And I like the idea of, like, and, like, we need to evolve and, like, work with Mars, what works on Mars. I like the idea that Zyre was trying to make something that could grow on Mars. And I don't think they ever had a successful planting. I don't think they did, but I think every once in a while they had a secret spot, you know what I mean? Even in Eden, where they were working on something and they were trying to grow something and they were like, they'd, put it outside, come back, and it would, like, be gone. And I think in the last day, Zyre takes whatever final thing they had and they take the cart out to where Beckett and them climbed to the top, and they climb to the top and they plant something. And they literally just put down this little thing. And they're like, well, I don't have any proof that you did evolve. I don't have any proof that it worked. For everything I said, it seemed like not much of it worked out, but here's your chance to prove me wrong, little plant. It'd be really cool if you wanted to survive this when we're all gone. It's a pretty cool spot. You can, like, look over everything. And that'd be awesome. So, I'm just gonna stay here with you, because this is the best spot I've ever been to in my life. And just gonna stay here with you. And you're gonna grow. And you're gonna be great. And I believe you'll do better. That's it. I don't know.
Right. Well, mine are contempt for the outsider's ways, a ritual for the dead, and as the walls come crumbling down.
Oh
no!
no! Oh no!
God.
I told you it was bad. I told you it was bad.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think it's the last day, and everyone knows that it's the last day, but, like, there's no, like, minute by minute countdown. Like, we're all just, like, just sitting, waiting. And I think the shot is Rebexia and Harper just, like, sitting in their room, just kind of, just, like, in a strangely comfortable silence. And then, like, the sirens start going off, and they hug and kiss and tell each other that they love them, and then the roof comes off of the colony, and then for just one brief second they see the stars so clear and so beautiful, and then the camera just fades up. The end. I told you it was I told you it was bad, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, my dog is worried about me right now. Okay.
So that's Dialect, everybody.
Guys, thanks for joining us on a 3-month journey to watch us all cry.
Boy.
If you made it this far in the YouTube videos, play Dialect. It's great.
We're usually happier.
Good game.
Oh man. You guys, I swear I'm gonna make this a book because this is a good story.
It was really beautiful. Good job, everybody.
It's a really good story.
That was a really, really good story.
And I love all of you.
I love all of you.
I love you too.
I love our good children.
Yeah, everyone was so good.
Oh man.
Oh wow. Also, yeah, I'm gonna be using Keep the Line Open forever.
Mm-hmm.
Till we see the stars, I don't think I can ever say without crying ever again in my
No, I don't. No.
My like immediate thought was, I'm like, that would make a really good tattoo.
Oh, no!
We all have to have one now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
You know,
you're so right though.
Yeah. You know, this game is crazy in, like, it's a really, like, simple, like, design sort of thing, but these fucking words stick with you. Like, I think that's what I love about it. Like, they did, just a really good job to show you, like, just how we made up these words and we gave it, like, all these, our own connections to it, but they fucking stick with you. Like, I love this game so much.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Why did we choose to start with this sad one? I'm sorry. They were all doomed. Probably should.
Yeah.
Is that actually the end? Is there no further wrap up or anything?
That is
Okay.
it. Well, I mean, it says reflect on the experience and talk openly about the game and the story you've told together. Consider discussing how are you feeling. Did anything unexpected happen? Which parts of the language are going to stick with you, and how will you remember this story? And then it says, finally, you are the sole speakers of your dialect now.
Oh my god! That is a direct attack upon my person! Holy shit, is that a powerful thing to end it with? Because it's true. Holy shit, is that a kick in the face? Listen here, Thorny Games.
Done some real good shit.
You've done some really good shit, and I think I can figure out where you live.
And I'm coming for you until you hug me until I'm less sad about this.
Oh.
I think it was the third time ever a game has made me cry.
I'm gonna like have to give. I'm gonna like write this down. And be like, remember to hug all of you when I see you in person for this game in particular.
Oh my
For this
God.
game in particular, putting aside all the other ones.
Yeah. This.
God.
Oh wow, yeah. Man, as for the end, did anything unexpected happen? I mean, I wasn't expecting it to end it in like this beautiful, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, this was.
Everything just came together really well.
Yeah, all
hi,
the-
Q. We all just cried and
Yeah.
after each other.
Welcome in, Q. You came in as we're all devastated. Just we're all dead. Literally and figuratively.
I
Oh.
will figure out how to get that tattoo because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's just like, oh, sorry, 3 other tattoos that are in line.
No, I may have to just get this.
Honestly, yeah, that's.
I feel like I couldn't get that without like crying. Like it's so like all I can think about now is Rebexy and Harper together in bed as like literally their world ends.
Mm.
Wow.
Like oh my
I
god,
was
Beckett.
expecting
Sorry, go
it to be emotional because this game lends itself to that, but I don't think I expected it on this level. I should have, knowing who I was playing with,
I know, like, yeah.
but just in yeah.
I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to like do a good job at it, like because I wasn't really sure about this game at all. But like I think what surprised me the most is just how flipping amazing this game actually is.
It's
is-
incredible.
It's intimidating. I get what you're saying. Like I was also like intimidated by it. The prospect of having to build a language is very like, wait, am I capable of such a thing? But like you said, like a lot of what we did, the book does have like directions for like, hey, like the beginning of a word, the end of a word, like to create entirely new words. But we did a lot of remaking,
Repurposing, yeah.
repurposing, like remaking words into our meanings and what we needed and fitting and molding them to, you know, what our
Thank you.
sad, lonely
Recontextualizing.
colony.
Yes, Julie, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving our own context to everything.
Yeah. I was too optimistic, if I'm honest. I did not think it was gonna end that sadly. Like,
But it was
I mean, we did choose the sad path out of 2. There was another path we could have taken that was less sad. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Megan.
no, I said, but it did like it was sad, but like it ended so beautifully in its sadness.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
Like just like the the vignettes at the end were just so perfect to tie everything.
I'm sad forever about Beckett staying with with Mai until the end, and like Zai hoping a tree grows when there's almost no hope it will, and just our 2 space moms together till the end.
I'm
Until
glad
they-
they ended
ugh.
up together. I was really kind of worried that they were gonna just have some really bad times, but Harper ended up not a villain, and that's
Yeah, I'm really.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just love Harper and Rebexy, like their whole little thing at the end, and I like how the 2 science things did like literally walked off to
Go science one more time.
go science one more time in the hopes of each of their things. And I imagine that like that was both of us walking out and then like hugging and being like we knew we had to do like this sort of thing, like Zaire and Beckett, and like
Oh
me
yeah.
watching you. Me watching you drive off in the thing. Oh yeah, go.
Oh,
what?
no, nothing. I just realized that, like, in the context of the game, we never played out them making up. But in my mind,
Yeah, no, they totally did.
They totally did. And Zyre definitely, you know, was shitty for, like, a little while. But
I think maybe at the
Zyre loves Space Dad.
the Last Supper sort of thing, there was probably a makeup, and then
Oh, literally on the last day. Oh no, yep, that's what happened. That's what happened.
I think yeah, and I think just you and I holding hands in our suits as we're walking towards Eden to get you into a thing, and just we're not looking back because we know what's happening, and just watching the roof go off, and you and I, and then knowing that there's nothing else we could do, and then me hugging you as you drive away. Sorry, I thought we were done killing each other with emotion, but I realized that we didn't get to have our little moment too. But yeah, and then
yep,
telling you that I hope it grows as you go off, and then.
Oh, and this was a secret from you until that last moment, and then I revealed to you that that's definitely you're literally ending with your Big's project, and Zyre ends determined to see some sort of true evolution on Mars.
Yeah, and Beckett is just so happy that you told him the spot that you're going to put it.
Yep. The spot with Science Dad.
Oh.
Yep. That happened.
I mean, that's what I'm picturing, TV. More of like a lichen sort of thing, but yeah, I've definitely pictured something growing there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think that's like the final shot of the movie version of this.
Yeah.
Probably.
And it's funny because I don't. What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You go first.
No, you go.
I literally don't remember now. Go.
I was literally gonna say that, typically for these sorts of things, I think, and maybe even Zyre was attempting to, make, a tree, and normally you think of, a tree coming up, but maybe the reverse happens and it grows down.
Yeah.
Down and covers the spire.
Oh,
yeah. Yep.
And, it truly did evolve into something even Zyre didn't see. Oh my god. This is how I know I'm pained, is because I'm laughing through
Em brought me back with the gift that you just
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for facilitating this game.
It took 3
This is my
months.
favorite shameless game because apparently I super love pain. But yeah, I'm just so glad you all had fun and holy shit.
Yeah, this game's gonna stick with me for a long time.
Everyone just resonated with it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, who could have expected this 4 months ago? It's hey, let's just find people to play Dialect right now. Play Dialect right now.
Oh, that's right. That was literally us just being hey, you want to play Dialect? Yeah, let's play Dialect.
Let's play it right now. Let's find somebody
right now. You know who else might want to play Dialect? I don't know.
Jess and Dustin?
Let's try maybe Jess and Dusty.
Thank you for
Thank you for thinking of
us. This was great. I guess that's it. Let's go around and say our goodbyes now, because it has been a long sad. That's it. A long sad.
Anytime you're feeling happy, we can watch all 3 of them on YouTube.
Yep. These will be posted with all the links you need to find the game so you can play it yourself. Guess what?
Please
it's
play
good.
this game.
It's good. Go find it.
It's really great.
Not all of the scenarios are very sad.
Not all are as doomed as being stuck on Mars.
Well, in all of them, the isolation is doomed, but most of them are not as everyone's going to die.
The isolation itself is doomed. The people, not necessarily so.
Yeah.
But we have done this ourselves.
I'm out of liquid. I've drank it all and I've cried it all out and it's gone and I need to go get a drink, so let's go say goodbye. Let's go backwards, starting with M.
Thank you all for playing and for watching. God, I don't know what to say here. I'm M. I drove around Twitter. You can find me all around. And often on Little Cup of Joe's Twitch channel. But yeah, thank you all so much for this. This was incredible. Keep the line open.
Oh. Ouch.
Hi. I'm Megan. I have a sad. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Megan Lynn for the win. You can find the game that I wrote at itch.io/Megahn Lynn for the win, if that's your kind of thing. You can find me here every other Saturday playing Spire, which is also sad, but now pales in comparison to the sad. This is not
Spire is a joy.
Listen, this is not a challenge. This is not a challenge to make it sadder in Spire.
Don't you dare.
This is all I have to say. Yeah, thank you guys. This has been just absolutely incredible. And I love you all. Until we see the stars.
I knew you were gonna say
I knew you were gonna say it too!
It doesn't make you more prepared.
Hi everyone, I am Dusty at GeoNerd on Twitter. I'm often on this channel either playing games or running games. It feels really weird to have to plug something now, but I'm gonna plug something. As sad as I've been this last 3 hours, on August 16th, Friday, I will be running a Ryutama one-shot that I really, really, really hope turns into something more. But that'll be fun and cheerful and happy because Ryutama is cute, and unless I make it not, but that's a possibility. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to my wonderful friends here on this chat window. I love you guys so much, and playing games with you is so magical. Thank you very much.
So are you?
Hi. I'm dead. I died. My friends killed me, and I loved it. Thank you. Hi, I'm Jess. This is my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad we got to tell this story together, because it was so freaking good. And I appreciate and love all of you. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is my channel. Come hang out for more games. Not all of them are this sad. Oh gosh. But yes, we love our GM-less prepless games here, and I'm so happy that Em and Megan were kind enough to suggest this one. And we have it now, so we could play it again sometime, but probably not for a while, please. But yeah, follow me here on Twitter. Go check out YouTube and subscribe to find out when we post videos like this one, where I will post the links, like I said, so you can pick it up yourself and find all these cool people and all that they're doing. Follow them, because they're all freaking the best people.
Thank you.
Thank you for this. But yeah, like Dustin said, I got it. You're right. It's weird to plug after, like, I'm like, here, I'm so sad, and I'm like plugging stuff. But yeah, totally come hang out for more stuff. We do lots of stuff here. Spire, everyone already mentioned. Dustin's doing Ryutama. Starting on Friday, actually, our good friend Nicholas or Nivinter is going to start running a Genesis campaign, which we're very excited about. We do Fiasco every once in a while on Fridays, so come hang out for that good stuff. And that's all I can think of right now, because my brain is crying. So thanks for being here. Y'all are seriously so awesome. We appreciate you, and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for playing, and I hope everyone has a good night. And I guess keep the lines open until we see the stars. So totally not compromised. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.